Hello, everyone. It's Fred again from Notes of a Nomad. I think this is number 49. Today, a little bit of a travel log and also something that's come to mind in the last couple of days that I want to share with you about being useful. This picture on the screen currently is that in a small town in northern Sudan in Africa in 2012. And I just wanted to show you the contrast between this is a normal street. And when we traveled through Africa for 4 months from Cape Town to Cairo, didn't realize after 4 months that we didn't see any street lights at nighttime. The roads were sometimes paved, but single or double roads, but nothing, no multi lane roads in most cases. And this is what a center of town looked like, shops and so on. Not very busy. And didn't notice it so much, it just sort of, you get used to it. And then a week later, also, my daughter and I flew from Cairo to Istanbul because we had a couple of days before we were returning to Canada. And I remember coming from the airport, and as we were driving, it was getting dark and dusk, and we saw neon lights. I hadn't seen those for 4 months, and street lights, and said, wow, the difference between third world countries and sort of first world countries, remarkable. But you hadn't noticed it. It's sort of, after 4 months of it, you just got used to it. That shows you that human beings can really adapt. And the reason I wanted to show you Istanbul came to mind is because of this hat. I rushed out in the morning when we were leaving from the airport to go back to Cairo because we were due to catch a plane back to Canada. And I found a shop and I bought this hat in a rush. And so this was my Turkish hat that I bought in Istanbul. And I don't have many opportunities to wear it. It's not very practical. If I stand up and the roof is low, my hat hits the roof. Anyway, that's my bit of travel log. The difference between third world countries, no street lights, no neon lights, and this is a downtown in Istanbul, a shopping center. So that's what I wanted to share with you. I mentioned about something came to mind about being useful, and I think that is the theme of today. Now, I just wanted to tell you a little bit about this being useful or be useful. I started writing that in my journal 4 years ago in January 2017. And writing things down has an impact. We might say, oh, I want to be useful, but writing it down at the top of each page in my journal makes it keep it in mind. And when I looking at what I should do or what I can do, I have to say, yeah, I can be useful here. Let me do that. And in fact, it's on the computer. There's a tag on the computer. I can look down and see it says be useful. And it often comes to mind. And a great example of that was yesterday when we had an ambassadors meeting, 15 of us from around the world with AGRA Speakers International. We had people from South America, Europe, Asia, and we discussing what we're going to do in AGRA Speakers International. And one thing in one of the meetings a few months ago was they wanted some videos. And I thought, well, I could do that. I'm not an expert, but I'll do something if it helps. And I got getting a lot of feedback on those videos. I can try and share that with you. I have some of the videos that I've been doing, and I've done 12 videos. It's taken me since October, and these videos are helping with AGRA Speakers International, the different roles. So when someone's going to be a listening evaluator, they can watch the 7-minute video, or if they're going to be the body language evaluator, or the timer, or the grammarian, or the filler word counter, or they're going to give a speech, or they're going to evaluate a speech. I have created these videos, and I've got a lot of feedback from the people, and they seem to find them very helpful. And that was my example. I thought, well, that could be useful, and it definitely has paid dividends. And as a result, this morning I sent a copy of some of my material to the lady in Ecuador who wants to convert the videos and record them in Spanish, because there's a lot of Spanish clubs in Agora Speakers International as well. And so I'm going to assist her with that. And again, people seem to find that to be useful, and gives me a lot of credibility because I think it is useful, and they definitely think so as well. So being useful is a very interesting motto. And as I said, I've been doing it since 2017. Now, what prompted me to write it in my journal, I'm not sure, but I do know that I read Tools of Titans, which I've mentioned before, and Arnold Schwarzenegger has written the foreword in that book. And in there, he mentions that his father informed him, be useful, taught him to be useful. So Arnold is good enough for him. Maybe it's good enough for me, and maybe good enough for you. And the other person who mentioned be useful recently, I think it was a year or so ago, was Barack Obama. When he was being interviewed, he mentioned that he tries to teach his children a couple items, and one is be kind, and the other is be useful. And then he expounds on how that assists in leadership in all parts of the world and in your world of job, friends, and so on. Be kind and be useful. And I know it's paid dividends to me, trying to help others when they say, oh, can we do this? I say, yeah, I think I can help you with that. So maybe you should think, is there any time when you're looking and being asked to do something, maybe being useful would assist you and help others? So with that, I'll say adios, au revoir, with my Turkish hat on. It was a good excuse. I haven't had the opportunity to wear it. Being a new year, I thought I'd try and dig it out and wear it and show you the hat I bought in Istanbul. And wish you and your family and friends lots of love and laughter. Bye for now from Fred and Notes of a Nomad.